I've got stuff.
Do a barrel roll.
I would be all over that, man.
Have it on their head.
Obviously, your wedding is not white trash by any means, but
That's what all the ladies said.
And then other times I scream,
You're not screaming at noobs anymore.
hooray!
it's funny because
He was so close to getting fired.
What happened to your arm?
so is show and tell a real thing?
Yeah, where's your arm?
And it's not what you told me though, right?
We're not starting yet, but welcome to the XYZ podcast. This is episode 73. I'm millennial producer Tony. Joining me, as always, are your hosts, Gen X Brian
Hey, everybody.
and Gen Z Winston.
What's my line again? What it do?
know.
It's so weird. It's like once a month now that we do this, and I'm like, what's my line? What it do, right?
I can make you a post-it note and put it on your
Yeah,
wall or
exactly.
something.
Yeah, no, I need like the cue cards, like
There we
I'm
go.
on SNL. That's right.
Again, we need to make What It Do merch so you can put it in your room. And go, oh, that's right.
That's right. That's what I do. What it do? There we go.
The
Who's clamp stand?
I don't know. It's just,
Yeah, we needed a name.
Are you
Clamp
Tony-
stands sound like a STD name.
I'm not suffering from clamp stand.
If you or your loved one suffering from clamp stand,
Try new Klarna. That's what
Yeah, uh-oh.
new triple action Klarna.
yeah,
Tony is Tony Braxton. That's pretty funny.
But with
Winston,
a Y.
that's funny.
You can re-unbreak my heart.
ask if Winston knows who Tony Braxton is just by the
Fun
name.
story. Fun story about Tony Braxton. I do know Tony Braxton.
I met her
I know-
once.
I met Tony Braxton. I'm not joking. Okay,
Shut
hold
up.
on. I'm not joking. Hold on.
I'm
So
making sure it's the right
If you
person.
pull up a picture of you and Tony Braxton,
He's
no,
like
that
AI
would be
generating AI.
Yeah, imagine. Marcus, generate a picture of me and Tony Braxton. No.
Marcus Miles.
Miles, whatever. Same difference.
Yeah.
Okay. Tony Braxton is an Atlanta native now, correct? Hold on.
I believe so. Yes, I believe so. She
Yes.
has a
Okay.
reality show, right? Braxton
He has a
Family
reality.
Values.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
Why do I know this? I don't even watch reality TV.
and Tony Braxton has 4 sisters. One of them is named Tamara Braxton. So
It's not Tony. That's a different
it's
group
not Tony,
altogether.
Tony. But Tamar,
tomorrow, not today, tomorrow.
Yeah, not Tamar. Tamar Braxton. Tamar Braxton lived in Lawrenceville, Georgia. So as a child, when I was working at my brother's nail salon, Tamar Braxton was a frequent at our nail salon. So I was like 13, 14 at a time. But I'm pretty sure my brother told me he came
Ask
up to
your
me.
brother.
Yeah, he came up to me and was like, "Hey, well, my brother definitely met Tony Braxton. I just don't remember if I met Tony Braxton or if it was one of the other Braxton
For
sisters."
this story, you did.
For this story, this is what happened. My brother came up to me and was like, "Hey, do you know who that is?" I was like, "No, I don't." She was like, "That's Tony Braxton. She's like a famous singer." So then when Tony and Tamar came up to check out, I had a conversation. I was like, "Hey, I was told that you were famous. Is that true?" And she was like, "Yes." I was like, "Wait, what was your name?" And she was like, "Tony Braxton. Look me up." And I Googled it on my phone and I clicked the image. I was like, "That's you?" And she was like, "Yeah, that's me." I was like, "Oh, that's cool." And then I didn't care. Yeah. I was never like, "Oh my God, it's Tony Braxton." But yeah, for a very long time, Tamara Braxton, and I don't know if she still does now, they would go to my family nail salon. So
Oh
I
man,
can't believe that I'm 2 degrees removed from Tony Braxton.
There you go, man.
yeah, basically. Well, is it 2 degree or 1 degree? Wouldn't it be 1 degree since it's
1
just
degree
me?
would be you, and 2 degrees would be Tony Braxton.
Tamar Braxton too. You-
See, if you'd never met Tony and you only knew tomorrow, then it would be 3 degrees.
There you go.
That's fair. That's fair. Okay.
How funny, man. That's
Yeah.
Tony. You did not
Isn't
know
that
that when you
crazy?
made your name Tony
I
Braxton.
did not know that. That's wild.
Yeah. It was interesting because my brother, at least, he runs into a lot of like celebrities, that's in the area. So he met Tony Braxton. Obviously, she's freaking there. He met Shaquille O'Neal for whatever he wasn't in the nail salon. He was at the Smoothie King next door, so he ran into Shaquille O'Neal there.
He's actually on his break from Papa John's.
Yeah. And at one point, we wanted to get Akon to start visiting our place, but Akon lives in Buckhead, so him and his wife would more frequently visit like a different nail salon out there. Same one that Cardi B would go to. So Yeah, a lot of famous people in Atlanta.
Interesting.
Well, how many have you actually other than Toni Braxton? Have you ever met any other
a celebrity?
celebrities? Yeah.
Yeah, it was that one time when I saw Sugar Ray and I started saying no. No. I've not met any other celebrity. At
What about you,
least,
Tony?
yeah, that's a fun topic. Yeah, celebrity stories.
I do have, so on my list, this is way far up. Celebrity sightings. I have shook the hand of the man who is now the president of the Disney company.
That's right. You told me this. Yeah, you were in the park, right?
I was
One day.
I was in Epcot and met
Yeah.
Josh D'Amaro when he was still just head of the parks.
Oh, but now
Which
he's
is
like,
cr-
oh, that's crazy.
Yeah,
Now he's CEO.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
which is crazy because Tony just saw a random guy that no one else realized who it was except for Tony.
Well, now he's surrounded by a bunch of suits and stuff, but
Yeah,
I don't have
but-
like, I'm definitely the type of person that I don't have a problem because I just went, hey, Josh. And
Yeah.
like walked up to, like, as soon as it looked like it was okay, I walked up to him, shook his hand, chatted with him
It
for a
was
minute.
like
and let
four
him go.
guys had their hand in the pocket ready to.
So I met him.
And they
I've
whipped
met-
out a set of ears and handed it to him.
That's right.
with that great free stuff.
Yeah.
I've met some local like Pittsburgh celebrities, like sports announcers and stuff.
Oh, that's cool.
I met Mr. McFeely.
Who's that?
Wow. Did he touch you inappropriately?
No,
Mr. McFeely.
no, just like everybody on that show, great person. He was the mailman on Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood,
Oh,
who was
Is he
named
a-
after Fred Rogers' grandparents.
oh,
Like the McFeelys were real people.
Okay.
Yes.
That's pretty cool though, because I grew up watching Mr. Rogers so that's pretty awesome.
I've met some famous people when I went to Star Wars convention. So like
Who did you see?
I met Steve Sansweet, who wrote the first Star Wars encyclopedia and
Oh, wow.
owns officially the world's biggest collection of Star Wars memorabilia.
Oh,
These are like niche
They're
celebrities.
niche, yeah.
celebrity. They're like the whatever version of TikTok star in Star Wars community.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
you know, to certain people they're well known. So like
Yeah.
there was a well-known voice actor that I met there too. It's Star Wars wise. He's the guy that did all of the battle droid voices in the Clone Wars.
Roger Rogers.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Matthew Wood.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've
Yeah.
come into contact with some more well-known people.
I have another funny one.
Yeah.
I met I would say world famous League of Legends player. Did I tell you guys this story?
No, I'm
I
just
thought I
laughing because
did.
it's also very niche. Maybe you did.
Yeah, I thought I did. Okay, but I'll repeat it.
How would you pick him out of a crowd? Was it a Asian
Do
guy?
you think I know these people when I met them? No, there's starting to be a pattern of me being very.
It's
clueless.
another. He showed this man a picture of himself too. Is that this is you?
No, well, check this out. This is even funnier. This is
I have
even
nothing
funnier.
to say to you.
So a few years ago, when the League of Legends tournament championship that was happening, it took place here in Atlanta for semifinals. And when they went to Atlanta, they decided to go kind of big on the whole thing. So they held an event at Centennial Park where you can go and play kind of like just carnival games and stuff and win some prizes and all that. I went there with our friend Henry, a friend of the podcast, Henry. And when we got there, it was me, Henry, and another one of our friends, or two more of our friends, or whatever. And then he was like, "Hey, my cousin's and her boyfriend's here. Do you want to come say hello?" I was like, "Yeah, why not?" So I came over. I saw his cousin. I think I've ran into her before, so I said hello to her. And her boyfriend was there, and I was like, "Hey, what's up, dude?" And shook his hand, all of that. And we were kind of just standing around, small talk. So I turned over to him, and his name was Juan, I guess. So Juan, do you like League of Legends? Do you play it? And he was like, "Yeah, I play it professionally." I was like, "Oh, really? Like for like a school team or what?" He was like, "No, I'm on the like this really big team called NRG." And I was like, "Yeah, no joke. What's I was like, I started Googling NRG roster. I was
There
like,
you
what's
go,
your
Tony.
I was like, what's your in-game name? And he was like, it's called Contacts. And I was like, huh, main
Was this before
support.
you were you
This is like, for context sake, this is like if I went to an Atlanta Hawks game and I was like on the Atlanta Hawks
Yeah.
like bench, and I was like, "Hey, do you play professionally? Or do you play basketball?" And I'm like, "Yeah, like YMCA." No,
no. This team.
and
this
it turned out to be like the starting center of Atlanta Hawks. That's like if I
Oh,
asked
man.
Al Horford back in 2015 if he played basketball.
Did you say his name was Juan?
His name was Juan.
Was he a Hispanic dude?
He was a Spanish guy. Yes.
Oh, see, I guess I
Yeah.
racial stereotyped and assumed he was Asian. Sorry about that.
No, no. Well, he plays for the North American team. So, and it was funny because that year I think he had just got promoted to being a starter or just being like the main player, instead
Starter.
of being an academy player.
He's not a bench warmer.
He's not right.
There's
He's
no
not riding the
bench, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no bench, right? So, well, funny enough, there is bench, but anyway, he got promoted to be a main player for that team or whatever. But the following year when they were in Korea, they were like the first American team that went pretty far in terms of like ground for a few years. So,
Well, that's good that he wasn't like, you don't know who I am.
yeah, no, that would have been like a complete dick move.
Yeah, but if you're there, I wonder if he appreciated
Not
not having
knowing,
somebody
yeah.
fanboying over him.
Yeah.
You know?
To be fair, nobody kind of knew him at the time. Like nobody came up to him otherwise.
Okay.
Most of the time when you think of League of Legends player, it's gonna be an Asian guy. You know what I mean?
That's
Yeah.
So like more than likely people thought I was the pro.
that was Winston's line in the clubs for a while with the ladies.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Brian, you meet anybody famous?
Yeah.
I've run into people. No, I'm trying to
Especially when
think.
you were at the park, right? I would assume you ran into some
I
famous
saw
people.
I saw a lot of people at the park, but they were on tours, so you couldn't go up to them. But I saw Jerry Seinfeld. I saw Bobby Brown and Whitney Houston.
Oh wow.
Yeah, from afar. That was weird.
You can
And-
kind of hear Jerry Seinfeld from afar. What's the deal with lampshade?
I saw Reba. Reba came and rode. That was at Universal Studios.
Yeah.
And then the funniest one that, like, I told you guys about, I met Carrot Top in a club and actually
Oh,
like
that's
hung out
right.
with,
That's-
hung out with
yeah.
Carrot Top for a while.
Yeah.
And then the guy from Airplane, Striker, the guy who's in Airplane,
Okay.
The
like-
sweating guy?
yeah.
Yeah.
Like he was
The
there.
GIF guy. Yeah, the guy in the GIF. Like,
Yes. Yes. Yeah. He
Yeah.
he was there and he was with his kids and they didn't want to ride. And so he came up in the tower and like I talked to him there and he was trying to like crack jokes. I'm like, you're not that
Oh,
funny.
wow.
But it's all right, man. You were trying to think. I've never really had tons of interaction. Ran into Dennis Rodman in a club. That was
What?
crazy. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's sick.
It was like 2:00 in the morning, and we're downtown in Orlando. And the Magic were playing the next day. They were playing. They were playing the Bulls.
Yeah.
And it's like 2:00 in the morning, and we see just this huge dude with purple hair like ripping through the club, and I was like, that's Dennis Rodman. Like what? It's just weird to see somebody in
But
a
you
club.
didn't you didn't get to talk to him, you just kind of saw him.
No, I think by the time I saw him, people were starting to realize that like, holy crap, that's Dennis Rodman, and that was like the height of his Bulls fame.
Yeah.
And then also in downtown Orlando saw Charles Barkley at a club, just chilling. So I'm trying to think. I've seen like I've never really had to other than hanging out with Carrot Top. I've seen a lot of celebrities. Talked briefly with John Popper from Blues Traveler. They were playing a show at Universal, and he kind of stopped and kind of talked to fans at like the barricade there for a while.
Yeah, I talked about that I hung out with Reliant K before they got big.
Yeah, that's right. It was at a smaller concert, right?
Yeah.
That's always just weird to like, then you're like, these really are just like normal people.
Regular
And then,
people, yeah.
I mean, when I worked at the radio station in Orlando, I met a handful of porn stars. That was weird.
What the hell? Why did they
because
just have porn star coming in?
There was what was I believe the Gold Club was a sponsor of, they advertised on the station. And so whenever these, porn stars were in town dancing at the strip club, they would come on to promote their performances there. And so that was weird. That was very weird because there was a handful of them. That's probably a poor choice of words, but but yeah. So that was very strange to meet a porn star like in real life.
Yeah.
Were they nice people at least, or were they kind of?
And that's the weird thing is that they were just kind of like normal people, and that was the whole thing. Like the host of the show would talk to them, and instead of like going for the obvious Howard Stern angle of just sort of just like talking to them and just like normal. And so so it was kind of funny because especially when you meet somebody, you just kind of you're just kind of talking and whatever, so it's not a big deal. And then you're kind of like, that's what these people do for a living. But they were all the people that I met were very nice, but it was definitely a little weird.
Yeah, I don't know how that would be in terms of like today's time of running into porn stars. I feel like, well, they're not called porn star anymore. They're OnlyFans models, but it's, they don't do radio promo anymore. The only time they do is podcasts.
Yeah, I was gonna say
We should get
everyone just can promote themselves.
Yeah, and that's a self-promote. Yeah, that was what was weird though. Yeah, and like one of the porn stars that came through, her manager was with her, and she's like, "Anybody want a Polaroid?" And yeah, I'm like, no,
awfully nice.
Yeah, but the radio host Drew, he took a Polaroid with her, and she very much had no shirt on in the Polaroid, and I was like, that's just weird. So she was like willing to give Polaroids to everybody. I'm like, no, I'm good. This is weird.
I don't know how I'll explain that later. So
thank you. And I was the intern especially, so I'm like, I'm good.
See, I feel like as an intern, I would have like been like, yeah, hell yeah, I'm already here, like enjoying my time as an intern. I might as well just get photo with everybody, not just porn star, but like, I mean, anybody that come through be like, hey, can I get a photo type of thing. You know what I mean? I don't know. I always thought it's cool.
You would have had to started that trend before they showed up for it to not be weird though.
Yeah, that's fair.
You go, you know what? I think I'm going to start this now.
Today. Today's going to be my day that I start taking photo with celebrities.
But yeah, I was the same thing. It was like, what am I going to do with this Polaroid? My brain was like, and it felt weird because it was like, is that rude? Is that totally rude? Like, I have no interest in taking a picture of you with your shirt off.
That's funny.
Speaking of, promotion and advertising, I did want to follow up.
Did we hear back about the bidet?
At Winston's request, I did send an email. I have not heard anything back.
Oh man!
But I have reached out.
Okay. That would be perfect. Of like, hey, how did you pitch it? I don't want to tell you how to do your producer job, but I was thinking if you said we got a guy.
I was basically like, hey, we like your product. We've talked about you on the podcast before. It'd be great if somebody wants to reach out and we can talk about.
We can invite
working
them
together, some sort of collaboration, whatever that might look like. So I left it open-ended.
Okay. Well, if you do hear back and they're not biting for that, you could be like, send us one and we will review it on the show.
I kind of hinted at that. I was like, hey, maybe we give you some ad time. Maybe
we've got a bidet virgin.
Maybe you throw us a free sample or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I'm excited to
I reached
see.
out.
Maybe we
that.
follow up. Yeah.
So I'll keep everybody up to date with that. Speaking of other updates, still don't have my table and chairs.
Oh no, your high-end gaming combo gaming / dinner table has not arrived
not arrived yet. I'll keep everybody up to date with that.
From New Zealand, where it's being crafted by hobbits, right? Isn't it?
I think it's Vegas is where it's coming from.
That would make sense.
What?
Vegas.
I think that's where the company's based out of.
It would make sense.
Man.
I mean, gaming tables.
Yeah. Not gonna lie, I thought it was coming from China the whole time.
I think we assume everything is. Maybe the tariffs made it cost prohibitive.
I did want to plug something sort of for free. We at least have talked about it. I don't know that we've talked about it on the show, but big fan of a music genre called vaporwave.
Yes, which I did not know it even existed until I met Toni.
Yeah,
my brother-in-law is sort of one of the pioneers of the genre, and a pretty well produced documentary has just been released about about the history of vaporwave, and Scott appears in it.
No way.
So,
that's sick.
If anybody wants to check out, and again, I'll throw it in the show notes and stuff, but it is called Nobody Here, The Story of Vaporwave, by a vaporwave label called My Pet Flamingo. You can buy a copy on their Bandcamp site, or if you search for that on YouTube, the full thing's just on there.
Oh, sweet.
And they're like, hey, if you want to buy a high def version, but I was like, when you're dealing with a community that is buying stuff on they're excited to get a copy of an album on mini disc, throwing it on YouTube in standard def, I don't think it's going to deter them from watching it on here. I think they may prefer that, actually.
I was going to say, and for the uninformed as I was, vaporwave takes a lot of found sounds or clips from the Weather Channel and does all sorts of samples. A lot of samples, sort of everyday samples, not your not your expensive samples. I guess samples that I don't think the Weather Channel is going to sue for their Local on the 8's music being sampled. I don't know that they're looking for that. And it's just kind of it's atmospheric. It's weird.
It's a lot of samples, a lot of cutting it up, a lot of slowing it down, using stuff like commercial jingles and stuff from the 80s and 90s.
Music.
Mall stuff. Like Brian said, Local on the 8's Weather Channel music. If you want a good idea about it, go watch the documentary, because they play a lot of music throughout it. You get to see, I had given Brian a bunch of music at one point in time, but
it was like 20 gigs of vaporwave stuff, man. It was a lot.
Yeah.
But you get to see some of these big names in the genre. Saint Pepsi. Like
Which is just hilarious.
I know. And he talks about why he chose that name and stuff, which is amusing. Luxury Elite is in there, and it's kind of funny because she sort of keeps her identity secret. So yeah, you see a lot of big names in this music scene are in there, and you get to hear a lot of the stuff. They actually talk about one of my favorite albums.
My favorite thing about vaporwave and synthwave and all of that is I always feels like, and I never understand why, but I always feel like I'm a cop in an 80s movie.
It does have that, and it's that very saturated VHS tape sound is a lot of it.
It's filtered and run through different stuff.
Right.
One of my favorite albums is called News at 11 by Cat System Corp, who also in this documentary. But it's a whole concept album of music, but also clips of like the Today Show and local news and stuff, all from the morning of September 11th.
Yeah, I
but
listened
it's
to a little
all
bit of that.
before, like it'll be like the Today Show right up before news starts breaking. So it's this weird calm that nobody has any idea what's about to happen, and it's such an interesting, like, this was what the U.S. was like, literally the moment before the world changed.
Yeah, you recommended that one, and I listened to it. It was cool, but after a while, it was kind of unsettling. It was just kind of like, you're like, wow, that's... It's just, I mean, it's obviously all in your brain, the exercise of like, really, I mean, people were just going through their day. Winston, had you heard of vaporwave prior to meeting Tony? Okay, so it's just me.
I had wallpapers on my PC that was vaporwave type images, so it's like, you know, the sunset with the little grids and all of that. You know,
it's very. To me, it reminded me of Tron and airbrushed pictures at the county fair and that 80s, what the 80s
Miami
future
Vice.
looked.
Miami Vice. Yeah,
like,
it's very Miami Vice.
What the future looked like in the early 1980s. And that's that. I mean, that's a cool aesthetic, but
No, go ahead.
I'm gonna drink some bourbon.
I always liked the aesthetic of it. Part of me was like, oh, I want to be a hipster, you know, like, so I was.
Did hipsters listen to that?
I don't know. Maybe, but I feel like it was just hipster because it was different than what everyone else was sort of into.
Yeah.
Kind of like in the 2018, 2019, around that time for me. So I was really into it. When I think of vaporwave, I think of like a white Ferrari. Right, like a white Ferrari with a sunset and then like a cool, like, you know, Daft Punk sounding like backtrack, right? Like that's
it's a lot of, if you look at our logo, it's a lot of that sort of color.
Yeah, exactly.
That neon pink and kind of
teal,
blue,
cyan blue. Yeah.
It would be Daft Punk, except run through a busted out Radio Shack speaker and then remiked and recorded on, you know, like a portable tape recorder to give that sound. It was neat though. I mean, it kind of reminded me of the lo-fi. Even, I mean, it is lo-fi, but the lo-fi beats, like that's what I really enjoyed listening to it as sort of like study music, you know, or work music.
That's sort of where it started before lo-fi was a thing. You might be able to throw lo-fi in under the umbrella of this.
Yeah. How long is the documentary? I'd totally love to watch that.
I think it's like
a full-length
2 hours.
Feature? Okay,
maybe 2 hours, somewhere around there. Yeah, it's good. It's pretty good. And like I said, if nothing else, then to play a bunch of different vaporwave music, so you have an idea of what it is.
So is it still going strong? If I go to Apple Music right now and I type in vaporwave,
I don't think there is.
I think it is.
There is.
I think it's just branched out into so many subgenres that. Again, discussion on the film.
There's a vaporwave essentials playlist.
There's arguments that go on now as to whether or not this, when you find something, does it fall under this umbrella or not? Of going, I bet you some early lo-fi stuff does. Maybe stuff nowadays where you're getting a lot of covers that are lo-fi stuff, probably not. But yeah, very, very interesting.
I will check that out. Have you guys heard? This is awful, man. As Winston's looking it up, it just reminded me my dislike of. Or it's moving towards hatred of Spotify, like how crappy they are. But
Are we gonna hate keep Spotify?
We
I
always,
can.
yeah,
I've been
Spotify.
anti-Spotify from the beginning,
Yeah.
just because I've always
I've
had
never
Apple
liked
Music.
it either.
Yeah. Okay. Then we
Yep.
are hate keeping.
Awesome.
But this is slightly different, and then I want to know what Tony's drinking. But I've seen this a couple of times now. This is not Spotify, but people are going onto YouTube and things and taking an artist, not a big artist, but like an artist that has a following, training AI with their stuff, and then turning around and posting their stuff and sending takedown notices to the original artist. They've
Yeah, I've seen
stolen.
that.
This is what's happening now.
Yeah.
Or people are stealing actual artists' music, recreating it, and then making the actual artist like go through this takedown process of their stuff.
That's
It's
messed up.
horrendous.
And I think they earn the income from all of the revenue, like all of the stream revenues too, once they take it
In the
down.
meantime.
Yeah, because they're like, okay, this artist is not huge that they're going to have a team of lawyers,
Yeah.
but they're also big enough that they're getting, significant plays that probably earns them a bit of money. Yeah, and they're just doing that, which is just to me that's like the lowest of the low, man, because it's hard enough to make it as an artist as it is, and then to like steal what they are getting is just beyond. I don't know, man. There's a special place in hell for those type of people.
No, I agree. I think
It's like stealing a busker's tip jar.
Yeah.
You know?
And then telling everybody you earned it yourself. It's just it's bad. I don't know that have you ever given money to a busker? I might have thrown a dollar in here and there. A busker is the people that sit on the street and play for money.
Oh,
if they're sitting there playing the guitar. Or...
Yeah.
I saw some old guy in a Kroger parking lot. Just this old hippie man.
Yeah.
That's not where you busk, though.
But it's listen. There's people around. They're walking past, and he's playing like 70s covers, but just singing words about what's going on around him.
Oh, really?
Like singing to the people walking by, and I went, I'll throw this dude $1. It's pretty good. I'm amused.
Yeah, that's cool. And I mean, they are trying to protect. It's just it seems weird, like a weird location. I always think of it in the city.
Yeah.
I was gonna say when I was in New York, in the subway system, they were doing. There was a cover band that was doing like Mr. Brightside.
They have a full setup, like guitars, drums,
singer. Pianist, not pianist.
The acoustics down there are amazing.
Oh yeah,
videos of bands down there with like a whole horn section too. Yeah,
I've seen the one that then gets onto the subway. Yeah, is that Bonorama? I believe is the name of what I could be wrong.
That might be this crazy.
I'll let Winston search that one.
Yeah.
Tell me what you find there.
You could put trombone Bonorama.
What? No, just put Bonorama and see what comes up.
It's music. You don't need to do image search.
Exactly.
I was in Savannah a couple weeks ago, and there was a guy, and he was situated in this area of the buildings that he was in a stairwell, and he was singing, and that's all it was. But the reverb was amazing, and this dude had an amazing voice. He was just in there belting out, but I was far enough away that I didn't give him any money. I probably would have, though.
Man. I'm going to out myself here. In college, I would, like my now wife, I took her, there was a stairwell in the main classroom building on campus that it was the stairwell that went up to the roof access.
Stairwell to heaven.
So it was towards the back of the building. Nobody really used it to begin with, but then you'd go the whole way to the top and nobody would ever come up there to bother you. So I take people up there to play guitar.
Oh, really? That's pretty sick.
Serenade people up there because the acoustics were good. Yeah.
Just say her. Don't say people. Say her.
Yeah, don't say her.
Yes.
That's pretty cool.
Oh, that's good.
I thought you were gonna go with the other route, which was I went to the bathroom. It was humming the Halo theme song.
Just as you said bathroom, and I went Halo.
Yeah, see,
I don't get that reference at all.
You haven't seen that?
An old meme video of like a dozen guys in a high school bathroom doing, because the theme to Halo is like this almost Gregorian chant.
Yeah.
See,
it's that. But because the acoustic in the bathroom was so nice, it started with one guy that was leading, and then eventually like 30 guys joined in, and it
sounds awesome.
Hold on. It's show and tell time. Hold on. Let me find
right.
it. I was just telling Tony this before we got on. I think the reason why I enjoy showing you guys stuff so much is because I never got to do show and tell as a kid.
Oh, you didn't get to do show and tell in Vietnam. Okay.
That was not a thing. I said we had real education over there. That's why.
It was always nerve-wracking, but I think it was you got to get up and like public speak as a kid. You're talking about I don't even it's funny because I do remember show and tell. I couldn't tell you one time what I brought in there with any certainty. I'll have to ask my mom, like, Mom, what did I bring for show and tell? Because I always enjoyed participating in it.
I think this was the one that started it. All right, you get the gist of it.
Oh man,
yeah,
that's about, just for those listening. There's about what 40 dudes in a bathroom.
Yeah, 80 guys. Halo theme performed by it says right here.
80
performed
guys
by 80 guys in one bathroom. I don't even think. So this sort of started the trend with like a bunch getting as many people into the bathroom as you can. But this guy right here was sort of the trend starter because he was the first guy I remember seeing that was kind of humming the Halo theme song in the bathroom, but it was just him by himself. And a fun fact, he later played for the Philadelphia Eagles. So there's a version of him doing this in the Philadelphia Eagles
locker room,
locker
that's
bathroom,
funny.
yeah, shower room.
Sounds like someone's taking a shower. In this
Yeah,
video.
that's extra creepy.
Man. Also, I feel bad for him that he had to play for the Philadelphia Eagles.
Yeah. But he sounded the most like the soundtrack, you know what I mean? So I really like his version of it. Here he is for the Eagles.
He didn't have to go into the showers. It's weird.
It's the best acoustics, man.
It needed the
I guess
real
it's the
acoustic.
tile, right?
Yeah,
Yep,
yeah.
yep,
To let people know, right? But yeah. Anyway, that was it.
That's really kind
Going
of
to
funny,
stop the
man.
share?
Yeah, I'm
They,
trying. I lost the bar.
So Winston's gonna go to
I
stand next
found
to a guy at a urinal and start.
Imagine he starts singing along with me. Yeah.
No thanks.
Well, I'm glad Tony's busking story didn't end with Liz throwing $1 in his case and then walking back down the stairs and be like, "It's
That's
pretty good,
true.
man." Yeah.
Nice try, buddy. And just leaves.
little pitchy dog. That's
Oh, that's funny.
I got a note that here that just says, "Have you ever seasoned a hot dog?"
Oh yeah, of course.
seasoned it, like soaked it prior.
I'm talking just
Or
like,
what do you mean, like
Like
salt?
seasoning on top?
yeah, like why isn't anybody talking about using like barbecue rubs on a hot dog?
Couldn't you put like Cajun rubs on a hot dog?
I saw somebody do it online. I went, how is nobody? Why have I never heard of this?
Does
Because
it
I
make
feel
the
like-
hot dog taste that much better though?
Yeah.
I would imagine that like any sort of meat, you could season it and smoke it, and it would be awesome.
Oh, couldn't you
Smoked
do
hot
it with a
dogs are
boiled
probably
dog too? Can you boil it so when it's so wet, you just roll it in whatever seasoning? And
I
then
don't see
boom?
why not. I would,
Well, that's
I would
a coating,
imagine
though.
a
That's-
grilled or smoked hot dog would be better for this purpose than a.
I would think you
Boiled
would
one.
also have to pierce the skin because I think that you can't,
Yeah.
that
I don't think it'll
the
stick.
casing. Yeah. It
Oh
won't
yeah,
stick,
I mean
but
you know crosshatch it
yeah,
like a
Ah,
ham.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
honey
I
baked
saw-
hot dogs.
That's why I was saying the boil might work better since it's wet and it would just kind of suck it all up. I don't know.
Did you guys ever eat? I don't know, Winston. This is a marvel of modern technology. Did you ever eat the cheese injected hot dogs?
Oh hell yeah, yeah.
Okay.
When it was in the middle, yeah.
Yeah, well, just it was all through. I don't even know where it was. I just remember that
Yeah.
was always exciting when we got the cheese flavored
All
hot
right.
dog.
let me cross this into Winston territory.
Uh-huh.
Imagine cross hatching. Make
Uh-huh.
diagonal cuts on a hot dog. Cook that in a hot pot.
Ooh. Is that not just a like seafood boil type situation going on though?
Yeah, but instead of you boil it in flavored hot oil.
Ooh.
Well,
Ooh.
in a low country boil, you use
Mm. You
sauce.
season the
use-
water.
yeah,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
you're using brats in there. But you
Mm.
could totally if you had like a
It's
discount low
usually like
country
an
boil.
andouille sausage.
So,
or something,
okay,
you're
Yes.
getting
Yeah.
So hot pot, they don't typically go with sausages, but the closest thing you can get to it is a piece of Spam. So I would assume it would kind of taste the
that's
same.
close to. I'm telling you, what you should do next time you and your friends go out to
Just
hot pot, sneak
carry
a
a
pack of
pack.
hot dogs. Sneak a pack of Oscar Myers in with
Yeah.
you. Tell your girlfriend put these in your purse and go in. I bet you that would
Put
be
these in your
freaking
purse.
Put these
awesome.
slizzies in your bag, babe.
like
Yeah.
it's the movie theater.
Yeah.
I bet you it'd be
Uh,
awesome.
Yeah, no, I'd sound interesting. I should give that a shot. I told you guys about the story of that one time I went to a really bad like K barbecue hot pot place and like we couldn't finish all the food, so we started hiding it.
You had to stuff it in
Yeah.
your
Yeah,
pockets,
yeah.
meat pockets, because they
Putting
charged
it in your
you.
They
drinks and
charge
stuff.
you
Yeah.
for whatever
Oh,
you did finish.
charge you to take
Yeah.
it away. That is again,
I,
you get I've gotten
yeah.
such mixed messages from the both of you on Korean barbecue. On one hand, you're like it's awesome, and on another hand, I'm like that sounds like a lot of
Tony just doesn't like cooking it. But if somebody's
I don't want
cooking,
to. I don't want
yeah,
to.
but right. But Tony, if
But see, in
we
this
were,
case, I'm going. I don't want to get all the ingredients just for the oil. Can you give me a discount just to sit down with the oil? I don't want to make it. You've already got the stuff here. I'll pay you for that, but I'll bring my own meat. I'll bring the hot dogs. Don't worry about it.
Oh, that's funny. No, but hold on, Tony.
White man hot pot.
I've got dietary restrictions.
That's a melting pot, Tony. You gotta go to a melting pot.
That's
You gotta
true.
bring your own hot dog
It
bags.
always
That's
comes
right.
back to
Yeah,
melting
That's
pot.
true. That's
What are
true.
you drinking, Tony? That looks like an alcoholic beverage.
I have a hard
Arizona
iced
hard?
tea.
Arizona's
What?
gotten into the hard game. Oh my gosh.
Man.
I was in the liquor store just the other day and walked past I was like, they've got Topo Chico. There's the Mountain Dew. I did not see, what is that?
Arizona.
Arizona. Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. That's crazy. Well, I am having a bourbon. I'm still significantly alcohol reduced.
Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy. My liver's probably like, yay, but but again, it's been a while. So I did pour some bourbon to cheers. And
Brian's
Tony's
gonna
got a
sleep
beverage.
good.
What?
Yeah, I mean, I'm drinking this one now. I had one a couple weekends ago during WrestleMania and couldn't tell you
Yeah.
before that.
Who won WrestleMania? I saw an advertisement for that, and two thoughts went through my head. One, I know Tony's watching this, and two, I hope he got his table. And I'm sorry to hear that you didn't get your table for
Yeah.
WrestleMania.
Didn't get the table.
Well, you know.
Results for WrestleMania weekend were good.
Yeah.
Wait,
Logan
it's
Paul
just not
lost,
okay.
right?
Okay,
But
my
yeah, you,
my
you ask questions first, and then I'll talk.
well, no,
Yeah.
no, I'm already. I don't. I thought it was like one, like a March Madness bracket. Like WrestleMania happens until you have the one triumphing winner. That's not how it works.
No, so it's a 2-night event now.
Oh, I've
Has
never
been
watched
for a couple
WrestleMania.
years. It's like you've got, I mean, in WWE, you have a lot of wrestlers. So there's a whole bunch of storylines going. Again, the best way to equate this is comic books. And it's like,
Also not my wheel.
I know, but you'll recognize characters better there. If you've got
Gotcha.
your Avengers and you've got
Okay, yeah, no.
X-Men,
I mean, I
you
came
know.
from the era of WWF, so I know all about the characters for sure.
But Hulk Hogan and Randy Savage may have been having a feud with Arn Anderson and Ric Flair, and that's one match that would be at WrestleMania. But it's like a culmination of whatever that storyline is going on.
Gotcha.
So the same
Okay, so
here.
there's multiple battles.
You have so many people going, and there's still people that don't get WrestleMania matches. So you still only have so many people that make it onto the card.
Back in the day, it used to be pay-per-view. And so that's probably why, even though I was around for the first height of wrestling fame, I didn't see it because somebody had it, but it was always the kid. I didn't want to hang out to that guy's house. He's got WrestleMania, but that's okay. So now it's not pay-per-view, right? Because I saw commercials for it.
They're called PLEs or premium live events.
So you do have to pay extra for them.
Not really, but the system as a whole is just a convoluted mess because you used to be like, okay, WWF is on USA and WCW is on TNT. And I've got cable and those just are cable channels and I can watch those two shows. You usually got to choose one because they both aired on Monday night.
And what network does Glow, the Glorious Ladies of Wrestling? Where do they wrestle?
BET? I don't know. Sounds like a BET show.
BET is
Wait
crazy.
a second. Wait a second. You don't know about Glow?
I went as far back as 1995, and I've not finished 95 yet. It's slow going.
Okay, well, so
old watch.
There was all right. Glow was a real thing. There's a Netflix show in it that they had a series that explained it, but it was the Glorious Ladies of Wrestling. It was like on late night. It was like late night, like 1 o'clock in the morning. Cause it was women in spandex wrestling each other. So I don't even know if I've ever watched a match, but I dropped that reference thinking you would know, but no, I guess that was way too misogynistic.
You mentioned that it was a show. I didn't even recognize the show as part. It was a Allison Brie was on there.
Allison Brie, yeah, and I know
Allison Brie.
Mark Maron
That's
was in
crazy.
it as like, yeah. But
Yeah,
anyway,
not
sorry,
familiar with that. But it's like, okay, you had those two shows. You had to pick which one you were watching. They aired at the same time on Monday, and then they would have their pay-per-views, and then you had to pay to get that channel open for that event. Nowadays, it's like, okay, let's just focus on just WWE. You've got a Monday night show, Friday night show. You've got a developmental Tuesday night show.
I think they are football.
Well, it's like, okay, you've got your two main ones with the big names. And then the level below that, like kind of the up and comers that are like training the last touches of polishing their characters, learning how to do mic work, things like that, learning how to be on TV. That's the Tuesday night show. And then the level below that is on Wednesday nights.
And that's midget wrestling.
Well, nope, it's just like pulling people out of the indies. They're still pretty green. But Monday night's on Netflix. Tuesday night is on a cable channel. It's on the CW. Wednesday night, the real almost amateur people is on Tubi. You have sort of a reality show
What?
called LFG, Legends and Future Greats, that you have people like The Undertaker and Booker G who have like teams of people that they're training and developing, and then they go against each other. That's on USA. And then Friday night is also on USA.
It's Friday. Was it Friday Night Raw? Friday Night Live?
Monday Night Raw, Friday Night SmackDown.
The Raw on
Tuesday
Monday
is
smacking it down by
Tuesday is NXT. That's the one I saw in Orlando.
Okay, what is it? What does that stand for?
It's just a 3-letter acronym.
For
NXT
what?
is like next.
Extreme. Next.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Evolve is the Wednesday night show. And it's like they're all over the place. And then
you've just described
once
like
a
watching
quarter,
TV in the modern
a quarter,
day.
they do a retro Saturday night main event, but you have to have Peacock to watch that. And then all of the PLEs are now on
PLE?
the premium live events. So the big pay-per-view
you did
shows
say that at the start of this explanation. I'm sorry, I should take some notes.
They're all through ESPN. It's like people are mad because it was like, all right, it was on TV and he had to pay for it. And then all of it, like WWE had their own streaming network and everything was on there. And then it all broke up slowly. And it's
what happened? They couldn't get enough for that?
Well, TKO, their parent company now that owns them and MMA, is just they bought them, which put them in enormous debt. Vince McMahon is a real piece of trash and got booted out because he's a terrible human being. And other people have taken over. It's just the business end of it has gone down the tubes. Well, and so that was a big complaint of WrestleMania was like Saturday night was a 4-hour show, 40 minutes or, and maybe 50 minutes was actual wrestling.
What was the rest? Just
you had maybe another
interviews?
hour of entrances. Just the wrestlers coming out. And then the rest of it was advertising. And it's just like people were mad because it's like, where was the wrestling?
Winston, did I walk straight into the wrestling conversation? Was that on me?
You did walk into the wrestling.
I feel like that was on me. That's all.
No, but it does sound extremely irritating because that's sort of like where we are now in terms of like watching stuff. Yep. I wanted to watch the NBA playoffs. Why do I need to have both Peacock and Prime to be able to watch the NBA playoff? It's so dumb. Game 4 of the Hawks game was on Peacock, but game 3 was on Prime.
And do they think people are gonna keep up on all that? Like I'm a basketball fan, but I'm a very casual basketball fan.
Yeah.
So if I can't find the game, I don't really care. Okay, fine, I won't watch it. It's
NFL's the same way.
Yeah,
it's all
so
over
dumb.
the place.
Yeah, I mean, I always, NFL, I don't, the Falcons just.
I will say, among all of these shitties, corporate level streaming stuff that was happening, Apple has became like almost like a beacon of light for me because they just fully bought out the right for F1. So now I'm like, I can just watch F1 directly through Apple TV. And if you get Apple TV, you would get the F1's premium for free. So what you can do is you could simultaneously watch the F1 races on F1 channel, like directly f1.com, or I could also watch it on Apple TV simultaneously. So what I've started doing is, because I wanted to get my friends into it, I just gave them my Apple TV login so they could watch the race on
Well,
Apple
they're gonna
TV.
get
And
shut
I,
down now. Just let
yeah,
everybody know.
they don't care. They make so much money from the freaking F1 movie that I think they're all right with it. But
That's
yeah,
how my brother feels about ESPN now that I finally have access to whatever their premium thing is, because they finally got their
ESPN
deal through with
Plus.
Comcast.
yeah.
All the Premier League stuff is
Oh
on
yeah,
there.
for soccer's, right? Yeah.
So my brother's been having a ball just being able to watch everything.
The Premier League is the European stuff, right? That's not the American one. Okay, the American one's on Apple, I'm pretty sure.
I think they have, but I think it's all through ESPN too. Like he's
Oh,
watching
really?
all soccer. Like Pittsburgh has
Oh.
a soccer team, and he's watching stuff. He's watching
Who's
them on
Pittsburgh's
there.
soccer team?
The River Hounds.
Is it the Riverhounds FC?
I think so.
Right?
Football
Isn't that
club.
football
Yeah.
club? Yeah. Which
They call
I mean,
SC in the US.
do they really?
No, I'm
No,
just
because they are FC, right? Yeah. Like
yeah, I
just
think they're FC, yeah.
I don't know. I like the rest of the world calls it football. I feel like
Pittsburgh River Hounds SC.
Oh, there you go, Winston. So you're
look at
right.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what about the Atlanta United?
Atlanta
They're FC,
United
I
SC.
believe.
No,
Are they
They're
SC
in
or
a
FC?
different league. So
Oh.
River Hounds are in the USL.
Oh, see, again, we're turning into a sports podcast with three guys
Atlanta
that don't
United
really watch.
FC is part of the MLS.
The
Okay,
MLS.
Okay, so what's the difference between MLS and whatever that is?
Was like in baseball, the American League and the National League, just two different
It would be
leagues?
like MLB or whatever the minors are.
Oh, okay, minor leagues. All right.
Yeah,
So it'd be like the NBA and the G League. Is that what that is?
kind of. Yeah.
Well, hold on. So that mean they're like showing you can stream like the equivalent of a G League soccer team on.
Oh yeah, I think so.
That's crazy.
Why not, man? They got nothing else on their channel.
That's fair enough. That's fair enough. I just
I mean,
didn't think that.
I've been flipping the channels and I've seen cornhole tournaments. So I mean, like,
Oh, hold on. Cornhole tournament. We gotta talk about the guy now. The guy that shot and killed somebody that was a cornhole like freaking champion. Tony, you seen the guy?
oh,
The
no.
amputee.
Oh my God.
I forgot that we talked about it. We just didn't
Yeah.
talk about it on here.
Oh,
All right.
there,
Well, Tony,
yeah.
you're going to have to give a recap. I could have done without that video, first of all. I'm warning people, once Tony tells this story, if you're interested and you want to go Google it, you might want to not Google it. I'm just saying, I don't know what your tolerance for armless, legless midgets with their shirt off. I'm just warning you.
Are you allowed to call him that? The little
I'm
people.
not. I'm not. The reason I'm saying that, one, we mentioned wrestling, and I always think midget wrestling. Two, I saw someone in Target, a local Atlanta celebrity, which is bizarre. Actually, yeah, you asked me about this. This weekend, Crash Clark, who is the traffic guy, he's been on Atlanta radio, and I believe he's on TV.
Yeah.
He's anybody in Atlanta who's listened to the radio since the 90s knows who Crash Clark is. We were in Target checking out, and back in the 90s, my wife had a car that was you were able to pull the keys out of the ignition while it would still run. Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
So she would do that if she was running to the gas station, running inside. She'd just leave the car, but she would pull the keys out and lock it just to keep it running.
Yeah.
So she at one point forgot to grab the keys and locked herself out of her car. Well, Crash, I can't say his name.
Crash Clark.
Yes. Has helped her break into. She saw a cop, went over to the cop and asked him if he could help her get into her car. The cop's like, "Well, I have a Slim Jim, but I can't help you break into it. But I'll lend you this," which is just weird in and of itself.
That's hilarious.
So I guess she got the Slim Jim, and then Crash Clark hopped in. And Tony has a question.
Winston, do you know what a Slim Jim is?
Yeah, the little metal bar
Okay.
thing.
Okay,
All right.
not
I
the
play
beef jerky.
I play video games. I know
Okay.
what it is. Yeah.
And of course,
But
Macho
also
Man Randy
the-
Savage.
She's at the gas station. It could be a meat stick. Yes.
Yeah,
It's true.
I'm just checking. Uh-huh.
It's amazing what you can do with those things after they're hard. But anyway, he helped her break into her car. This is in the 90s.
Yeah.
We ran into him at Target this weekend, and she just turns around. She's like, "You probably don't remember, but you helped me break into my car in the 90s." Which is hilarious because he didn't. And then she's like, I recognize you because you helped me break into my car. He's like,
Yeah.
most people recognize me from radio and TV. She's like, well, that too, but you also helped me break into my car. He was wearing a t-shirt that said, there was a line on it right by his navel, and it says, "I've had it up to here with midgets." He was actually wearing that this weekend or last weekend in Target.
You know, for a second, I was like, where is Brian going with this? And then it ties up in a little red bow.
I was actually hoping he was going to say he's just wearing a shirt that said Crash Clark on it.
Yeah.
It would have been great. Like he's a cartoon character from the 60s, you know?
It would be like Dean Cain wearing a Superman shirt.
There was actually there were little people at WrestleMania.
Oh, really?
For one of the new wrestlers, Danhausen.
That's funny.
Did they wrestle?
They didn't wrestle. So Danhausen, if you saw him, you might recognize him. He paints his face. He's sort of a funny gimmick character, and his whole thing is he curses people.
He put like a hex on their family.
So he talks to people, and then he says, "You are cursed," and then bad things befall them. He recently cursed one of the ESPN basketball analyst guys who's like a big Knicks fan.
Yeah.
And Knicks aren't doing good in the playoffs.
Oh, that's hilarious.
And he
They're
goes,
tied it up. They're tied it up.
Yeah, beware my curses.
Yeah.
But he comes out with, I think, 6 to 10 little people who end up low blowing a couple wrestlers in the ring.
They don't wrestle each other.
They don't wrestle. They punch a couple people in the nuts. Just made John Cena laugh. Yeah, it was pretty good.
Speaking of low people, before we circle back, there's a cafe in Vietnam that I've recently been informed by my girlfriend and social media, where it's just a family of little people, and they have fully turned their house into a Hobbit cafe.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Vietnamese Hobbits?
Yeah, Vietnamese Hobbit. I'm like,
goodness.
I was like, I texted my girlfriend, I was like, we gotta freaking go. And she was like, yeah, we can go if you want to. I was like, really?
Is it near where your family is in Vietnam or hers?
Sort of. It's about a 6-hour like car ride, but it's
about
sort of close.
halfway between them, Brian.
Yeah. No, it's further than that between me and her place. But
I mean, that's like halfway to Florida, I guess.
But we could. A lot of people take like trips up there. A lot of people take trips up there, and you would take like a night bus, so you would sleep on the bus, and then whatever.
Take a short bus?
No, I wish. That's for the little people only.
Take it away, Aaron. You call it the night bus. Yeah. That's hilarious.
But she told me, she was like, yeah, we can go if you really want to when we're up there. I was like, I didn't think that you would be okay with this. She was like, yeah, I kind of feel bad for them. So yeah, if you really want to go, we can go. I was like,
what? Why do you feel bad for them?
She said that they had a really tough like upbringing, and their family was like extremely poor and stuff. So it's like
sounds like they're killing it now.
Yeah, they got American people going to their little cafe posting TikToks.
I mean, right there, you guys are talking about next time you go there, you would drive there, give them some revenue.
Yeah,
and exactly. I use the M word as a joke. Again, this is where I maybe take.
You use the N word as an
M. Never use that word. The M word. I'll insert the John Mulaney clip here.
Midget is as bad as the N word. First off, no. Do you know how I know it's not? I said to him, is because we're saying the word midget, and we're not even saying what the N word is. If you're comparing the badness of two words, and you won't even say one of them, that's the worst word.
Yeah,
I mean it is a joke. I don't mean it. I don't know if people are actually. I don't know if actually people are offended by that. So I don't actually want to.
But the cornhole guy. But the cornhole guy is a midget.
Tie it back to the cornhole. Bring it back around to the cornhole.
This is Sports Center.
There's a quadriplegic who was convicted of
murder,
shooting somebody, and then running from the cops via
he's a
car.
Quadriplegic running from the cops, driving away.
Yes. There's been videos and pictures of him beforehand playing cornhole, showing how he does that, showing him operating and shooting a gun,
showing him upside down doing coke too.
Yes, that was
maybe a swastika tattoo.
Yeah, that's right. The funniest thing, and I'll say this to the chat. The funniest thing about the whole thing was when I sent this, or when Tony brought it up into the group chat. The first thing I said was, I'm not gonna lie, if you got shot by this guy, you kind of deserve it. And proceed to show a video of how long it takes for him to load the freaking gun. And I'm like, you could have ran.
Yeah,
just duck, dude.
But here's the thing, though. Winston sends a video with this little guy doing a headstand while his friend drops a spoonful of Coke up his nose, and then he flips around from his headstand, then loads a gun and shoots out the window. This guy has no legs and no arms. Like,
Yeah.
I did not need to see that. Funny enough, my daughter was sitting next to me when you sent that video, right?
Yeah.
No, nay. It was on TikTok, yeah?
Yeah. It was on TikTok.
I still don't have
Yeah.
TikTok. So I was just like, Winston sends me a video. One of these times I'm probably just going to break down and just download it so I can see.
Yeah.
But my daughter,
I think you can still open a link. I think you can
Yeah,
still
you can open
watch
it.
a video.
Really?
You cannot. I'm telling you.
No, wait, no. I sent a Twitter link. I don't think I sent a TikTok link.
You sent a TikTok link because my daughter was sitting next to me, and I said, "Hey, can you pull this up?" So I forwarded her the link. She pulled it up, and there's this guy doing a headstand, not exactly in shape fellow. So while he's doing a headstand,
Kind of
with
look
his
like
shirt
a
off,
sack of potato.
sack of potatoes with boobs at first. I was like, "What is it? What the heck is Winston sending me?" But yeah, so that's how I saw that. Again, listeners. You might want to Google it, but you might not. It's up to you.
At the beginning, if you just saw the first frame of that video, it's just a bunch of shaped flesh, and you go, what am I looking at?
You're like, what the fuck
is this?
No, the funniest
Sack of
thing
potatoes.
about all the funniest thing about this whole situation was everything that I've learned about him has been against my will. I've never gone out of the way to know about this guy. Everything and because subsequently because I learned about him,
You got to share the wealth, right?
I had to share it with you guys.
Oh yeah. If I have to know this, you have to know this.
Yeah.
Exactly. I appreciate that. I mean, I just the fact that news story. So the news story comes out, and that is the headline. Quadriplegic cornhole champion shoots him. Does he kill or did he wound?
He killed the guy. That's
and
what I'm saying.
yeah.
Again, I say, how did you let this guy kill you?
Yeah.
What, you couldn't jumped over him, or
was it accidental, or was it? I don't even know.
No,
So
he intended.
Was it his buddy who was giving him coke?
Yeah, like come on, man.
There's
you
a
got
lot of
no
question
arms.
here.
You need somebody to spoon your coke up your nose for you.
What if we
No, I
just
don't-
get him on the show and just roast him for 2 hours?
That was a
What-
very, very angry
Don't
dwarf.
want him on the show.
Yeah, that was
Right, but what can he do? Yeah, I mean, we're relatively tall.
Well,
right?
if we sit around for a while, he might be able to load a gun and take us out.
exactly.
We got to sit here for a while, though.
Maybe if he get a phone call from jail, right, we can get him to call into the show.
I don't think we're going to be his one call. But yeah, that was just weird on all fronts because the initial story was lacking a lot of details, and I was like, that was some of the worst reporting I'd ever seen. But then our intrepid reporter Winston comes with the details and video, and I was like, oh my gosh, I probably could have done without that. But yeah, this stuff is happening in the world.
It was a lot of flesh, like Tony said. It was very weird. It's like
For somebody with no arms and no legs, there was a lot of
like
flesh.
it did look like a sack of potato with like the little, his little stubs,
Let me transition us into something else dealing with.
Please.
Found a new.
Wait, do you think he has a penis?
I don't.
We're not
Don't-
sure how he
don't
lost his
care.
limbs.
Okay.
I found a new weird sport that
Okay.
Winston will appreciate here
I
out of
always
our
a
love of weird sports.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that both of you are familiar with hobby horses,
Oh yes, I was just about to bring this up today.
like a horse head on a stick.
Yes.
Now
a hobby
imagine-
horse. Okay,
a hobby
not,
horse
not a
thing,
rocking.
yeah.
Okay,
Not a
not a
rocking
rocking
horse,
horse,
yeah.
but a hobby horse, which is a horse head on a stick.
Yes.
Probably a
Now
broom.
imagine that, but BMX.
Yep. Hobby
And you
Duro.
It's just the front half
Of
of
the
a
bicycle, right?
BMX bike. It's just the handlebars and
Oh.
a wheel that people
Wait.
run through the woods and on walls and
Tony, what is that called? Hobby DMX or what is it?
yeah, I think
Hold
so.
on. See, the one that I've seen a year ago, and I always wanted to bring it up to you guys, but it was so weird that I couldn't I was like, how do I even
That
bring
means
this
you
up?
should bring it up.
I should
Yeah, I was gonna say couldn't find
was
an in
one
on this
guy-
show.
hold on.
I doubt that.
There is one guy only on all of social media who's into Hobby Duro, which is it's hobby dirt bikes, but there's no wheels, and so
I've
it's
seen this.
You've seen the guy, right?
too.
Yeah.
It's just the frame that he carries under him and runs
And
around.
yeah, and it's like, dude, what the? And every
He's still
time,
jumping.
friends.
He'll run up dirt mounds and but
Yeah.
it's just him jumping.
These
Yeah.
are people that had no friends as children,
Yeah,
and now
and
they have a
people-
video camera.
And
People
no
was
money.
like-
He can't afford the wheels or the
My,
engine.
my favorite thing, and I almost feel like he's committing to a bit at this point because it feels so unreal.
Sounds like it.
That
Yeah.
people would be like, dude, just get a dirt bike. And his comment will always be every time you open his Instagram, TikTok, it's always gonna be his comment saying, "It's Hobby Duro, bro," and it's just that every time.
No.
Yeah, you had no friends, and now you're branding it. I don't know. Like I can go either way on that. Like one, I commend him, but also
Yeah.
like that's sad. You're turning.
I
it
would
into
say
a real
hobby
thing.
horsing is probably worse out of all of those.
Though,
'Cause-
well, that's just people. Those. I thought you guys were gonna go into like so people who play Quidditch.
oh no. Well,
Yeah,
I
that's pretty
see. I have
bad,
more
too.
respect for that though. Like it's like okay, like
There's
that's a-
rules. There's a game there. Hobby
Yeah.
horses already existed. The BMX and the dirt bike thing are
Now-
weird. You had to invent those things to have.
I'm
your
gonna
hobby.
just grab a broom and I'm gonna play a hobby Quidditch.
Yeah, there you go.
See,
There you go. Well, you
that's
just-
yeah, that would be the loser type of it. Like
You got to get a horse head on it though, and then and instead of a broom, make it the
yeah,
proper.
exactly.
Yeah.
No, but yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
If it's hobby, it's got to have the hobby horse.
yeah.
Yeah, put some wings on the back and call it a Pegasus or something.
There you
Yeah,
go.
exactly.
For a time in my youth, I
You hobby horse?
BMX
Oh.
raced. I raced.
Oh,
I
did
raced.
you?
Yeah, yeah.
That's
My
sick.
I can see that.
yeah. My
Did a little
my,
flip with the.
No. It was, I mean, it was
Race.
the race course. Yeah, you're all
Oh, it
up on
was
the
a
thing,
race
and you have the
trick.
gate.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh, that's cool.
yeah. I would go to. My dad would take me to races, and I was not great, but I didn't suck.
Yeah.
Did you have
yeah.
any false starts where you tripped over the gate?
It's like my
No,
favorite.
no, not me.
Okay.
I'm wondering, but I mean, people are
You see
leaning.
people that did
No,
it?
because it was a fairly high gate. I mean, I suppose you
Oh,
could if you
okay.
were really tearing into it, but it was a high gate that held your wheel, and so
Ah.
you're sort of like balanced, with your pedals locked in and ready. As soon as that thing goes down, your weight goes forward, and you start pedaling as fast as you can.
Right.
But there were no hobby horses at this course. It was all BMX bikes.
How would you feel if your kid was into like hobby anything? You know what I mean?
Running around with a horse head, or you mean hobbies in
Just
general?
anything like hobby horsing, hobby duro. Like that's what I mean. Like hobby
Oh, wait.
sport.
How do you feel if your kid had a pastime? Weirdos.
Yeah.
Yeah, your kid need to be studying.
I'll tell
Play
you,
piano.
I drive past a soccer field on the weekends, and I'm glad
Yeah.
that my kids did not play soccer because it seems like an all weekend affair. Like
Oh, yeah.
everything is consumed
Mm.
with getting them to the games. I mean, I
Yeah.
played soccer as a kid.
Depends on what level. I was gonna say I played AYSO, which is
Okay.
like very. It's little kids. There's no traveling involved.
Right.
Yeah.
Same here. I played for the town league. I was on my local
The
towns
little
league.
yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and you traveled a little bit, but not the travel leagues that you know now.
I did soccer 1 year in high school. I did a lot of things for just 1 year in high
Yeah,
school.
like tried that, didn't like it.
Well, it was like, I played like 8 years. I played from like whenever I was like 4 or 5 till 13 or something. I played a few years of like soccer, and so I'm like, oh yeah, I'll try it in high school. And then training, like soccer camp, was during the same days as band camp. So first
The
of all, I'm
choice
like,
had to be
this
made.
sucks. No, because it was different times. So I
Oh,
would do
gosh.
I'd do like 8 to 4 band camp, and then 4 to 8 soccer.
Dude, you were
practice.
probably covering a marathon's distance daily.
Yeah, that sounds
After
terrible.
standing outside in the sun all day on a football field, and then you go, all right, we're running laps. I'm going, this blows. This is like work. This sucks. I don't like this
Yeah.
at all. And I'm a junior, and they go, just so you know, you're playing JV. And I went, whatever.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm going to tell you guys right now, I play defense. And they go, well, you're playing striker today, so get out there midfield. I'm like, again, I don't like, this is not my position. Get me out of here.
You
I like
joined
defense because I
junior
don't have to
year?
run so much.
Yeah.
You joined your junior year?
Yeah, there was, I mean, it wasn't, our soccer team was not super competitive. It
No,
wasn't.
no, but I
like-
mean, you didn't do it freshman or sophomore year. Like you
No,
decided.
I had a
junior year,
buddy
I'll
who
play
played on the
soccer?
soccer team too
Huh.
that was in band with me. So I was like, oh guys, we're just gonna hang out with him. It'll be an all day thing. It'll be cool. And then he played varsity and I played JV, and it was all
Yeah.
time at work. And I was like, I don't like any of this.
Yeah.
That's
It's
so
dumb.
funny.
Did you last the season?
Yeah, I played the season.
You played?
But I
Yeah.
was like, I didn't score at all.
I think the last time I played,
it was to a point where I was just like, oh crap, there's like strategy and stuff that
Yeah.
like I
Plays.
understand
Yeah.
now. I enjoy watching sports, but at the time I was like, I don't understand. Like you kick the ball.
Yeah.
Winston, you played monkey soccer, right?
I did play monkey soccer. No, I play soccer when the last time I played a sport was realistically 8th grade. Like I played my school soccer team. Again, I was like Tony, I played defense, so I didn't have to run a lot. So that was that. I didn't like the fact that they were making us run laps. That was terrible during practice. Yeah, otherwise it's just I don't know. I never enjoyed it. And plus I didn't have like health insurance growing up, so that's fine. I didn't want to like hurt myself.
I also, I played soccer like all through, growing up as a kid. And then when I got to high school, I was on the track team too, I think from like 6th grade, 7th grade.
Right.
And then I joined a soccer team in high school. And then, so first of all, they have a coach from England. They're, all right, boys, suit up. I was like, oh, this guy's freaking serious. Like, okay. And then there's all these kids that are just like phenomenal. So I was on JV that we had all these. I went to school with a bunch of Serbian kids. There was a lot of Serbians.
Oh man, those kids were cooking, huh?
Oh my gosh, man, they were so good at soccer, and so it was just. I think my second year, I'm like, this isn't for me. So I went and did something completely ridiculous, and I joined the swim team, which you get to there, and there's like these kids that have literally been like competitively swimming since they were like 3, and you're just like, oh my gosh, I ended up sticking with swimming all through high school, and eventually, my. I think 3rd year or 2nd year made varsity and got pretty decent at it, but I wasn't. There was like we called them the age groupers because they were kids that would swam in the age groups growing up, and so it was like, oh, the freaking age groupers. They were great swimmers, but it was just like, okay, I'm just trying now.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was the extent of my my sports careers. Oh, and also when I moved to Atlanta, I played disc golf, frisbee golf. Joined a frisbee, got suckered into joining a frisbee golf league.
Winston, what are your thoughts on frisbee golf?
I just thought it was kind of
no. I'm sorry. No, ultimate frisbee. I'm sorry.
Ultimate frisbee.
Yeah, I played. I also played frisbee golf with these guys, and that's when I got introduced to frisbee golf. Ultimate frisbee, which is different than frisbee, way different.
Yeah, I was gonna say very
different.
Very big. Yeah. Ultimate frisbee is more like football if it was with a disc, was it?
Well,
not?
It's kind of like golf, hence the term.
No.
Ultimate. Yes.
Ultimate frisbee. Yeah,
Okay.
disc golf is the.
I tell you, I haven't drank, and I just downed this bourbon, so my processing is a little off kilter.
Ultimate frisbee better or worse than disc golf to you, Winston?
I'll tell you from a player standpoint.
I would say ultimate frisbee feels more fast paced, so I think it's. I don't know. I feel like it's a lot cooler to play. Disc golf get very boring, especially when you're not good at like throwing the disc.
Yeah, my first time I hated disc golf. I got a little bit better. I played a handful of times and got a little better, but also I was like, I probably got something better to do on a Saturday for like 5 hours. Right. I mean, it's nice being outside, but you know what ultimate frisbee reminded me of was Tony from gym class, where you would run and touch the line and then sprint back to the other line, and it would like that's all that you were doing is you were literally running down the field chasing the frisbee, and then somebody else chucks it, and there was like we didn't play very well, but there were like other teams that have like freaking plays, and like it's impressive to watch people that know how to play it, but as a newcomer to the game, I was like, that sucks. That I literally just running back and forth. Yeah, it's just running back and forth.
And the people that I know that played ultimate frisbee, I go, I don't want to have anything to do with this.
Yeah.
What kind of personality were they?
There's just obnoxious people. On the flip side, I have played disc golf and do enjoy disc golf. So
yeah,
slow pace.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, you know what the modern day disc golf is for like people my age?
Pickleball.
It's pickleball. It's so dumb. I think it's stupid as hell. People love it, but I never got.
Here's what I'll say about pickleball. My initial thing is like, yeah, that's for people who can't play tennis. Because. But on the flip side, if you're getting out and you're running back and forth, you're doing some exercise, you're outside. I mean, it's fine.
You know what? It could always be worse. It could always be spike ball.
What, dude? Are you kidding me?
Stop! No, don't. What about you're a spike ball enjoyer?
I've never played it, but I saw several people at the beach that had it recently. It looks like fun.
I don't know, man. I always think it's so corny. Like
it is. I mean, it's frat bro-y for sure.
Yes.
Yeah, but spike ball is no slam ball.
What's the difference?
I thought it was the same thing.
Slam ball isn't slam ball the one with the trampolines?
Yeah, no, that's
spike ball.
Spike ball. Yeah. You spike and you slam it.
No, 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 no,
You
no.
stand in a circle, and then there's a little trampoline in the middle.
No. Slam ball, it's a basketball court made up of trampolines and is
Oh,
primarily
yes.
slam dunking.
Okay.
Okay, we're talking about spike ball.
Yeah, spike
Winston
balls.
and I are
Yes.
talking
Oh yeah,
about
that's what
spike
I.
ball.
We're the same route
Okay,
here.
okay.
See,
Yeah.
but like I grew up where a form of entertainment was somebody had a balloon and you're running around the room trying to keep the balloon off the ground the
Keep
whole
you
time.
happy.
I mean,
Uh-huh.
yeah, and so that's
Yeah.
why like spike ball looks fun.
I think what's ruining for me is how frat bro-y it is. You
Right,
know what I
right.
mean? And it's just like, is it worth it?
What is it?
I don't-
What if it's with your friends? I mean,
I
what
don't.
if you know a
My
group?
friends wouldn't want to go play spike ball. Like I can tell you that right now.
Well, to
Um,
me, it seems like a beach activity. Like that's
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's.
yeah.
I mean, and I was at the beach a couple weekends ago,
Yeah.
and I think I saw at least 4 or 5 of those like spike ball, and people standing around.
Every guy who's into spike ball, the guy to buy the net is always the most like, I don't know. He seemed like the most annoying person you will ever meet.
I believe I saw him drinking a White Claw at the
Yeah,
beach.
exactly. There you go.
One thing else about the beach, I'm not sure the last time you guys have been to the beach, but people's comfort with showing most of their ass in public these days is crazy.
Yeah.
People have no regard for anybody else
Mhm.
Yeah.
in most places, but yeah, it's
I was shocked with the amount of like bare rear ends, and most of them not ones you really cared to see. I mean, like
Yeah.
I don't need to see that. Like,
Yeah.
I think
Some of
there's a
them is-
big I think there's a big problem with people like playing music at the beach on like Bluetooth speakers too, where it's like,
oh really?
I don't
Okay.
Really? I don't know. I think that's all right because it's like, you just
now
enjoy
if
the
you're
vibes.
out there blaring something that is not for everybody, and it's like if I don't want to hear that, it's like go turn it down or go somewhere else.
Where
Like,
did,
this
where
is
did you
not-
go? Because usually the beach, I mean, you try and find enough distance between your neighbor,
Yeah,
but
yeah, I
also
was
the
gonna
wind,
say-
it's hard
I
to.
had not a problem that I've had, just something that I've seen and heard of.
Well, let me
Yeah.
tell you in practice, it's very windy,
So,
so
yeah, you can't really
it's
hear
you
it.
can't really hear it. Also, if it's too crowded, then you want you want enough room between you and your neighbors.
Yeah.
When I lived in Florida, I went to Daytona Beach once. Daytona, like one of the most famous beaches. And so we finally, it was a little bit farther than Cocoa Beach, which was the closest. Like I've told you guys, I could get from my
Cocoa
house.
Beach?
Yeah, just
hated
because it was my
Cocoa
home
Beach.
beach.
Oh,
Just
okay.
because I could leave from my apartment and get to Cocoa Beach in 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Straight shot. But the one time there was a group of people going to Daytona, which was a little farther. So like, cool, let's go to Daytona. And like, you can drive on the beach there.
Right.
That seems weird. So literally everybody just goes, you're driving down the sand that's really compact, and you literally like find a place to pull your car in and then just pop your trunk and then set your towels down there on like I totally not a fan. I was not a fan of driving on the beach at all. It seemed very wrong.
Yeah.
You're like, I'm at the beach and here's cars parked along the sand. It didn't feel right.
It makes
Right.
for great videos of people driving too close and getting their vehicles stuck in the sand. Though.
Yes. I
It's
love
awesome.
those videos.
And watching the
Yes.
tide come in and people panic.
Yeah. They're trying
go,
to
"You're
pull their car
dumb."
out. Yeah. I always thought it was pretty funny to see. I can't lie. And then like some guy with their truck have to come in and pull them out, which is
Yeah.
even funnier. I wish I grew up around the beach more so I could like go and do beach activity, but yeah, being up here kind of sucks. Like,
This
what
is
am
a
I gonna
dumb
do?
question, man. How far in Vietnam were you from the water?
So back then when we didn't have a proper highway system yet, it would take us about like 2 to 3 hours to go out there. You can do a day trip, right? You can go out
Yeah,
there and you'll be
man.
back by the end of the day. But it was only most of the time it was only for whenever we have family visiting from from America. They'll come back and then we'll collectively go as a whole family. But it's not like a thing where my parents be like, and we're gonna take you to the beach today. They did that with my sibling when they were younger, and so when it got to me, it was sort of just like, dude,
They
you have
were over-
video games, go play
They
video
were
games.
they were over the drive.
Yeah,
But no, so
yeah.
okay, so is it similar like to here, right? People just go and bring their towels and tents and just camp out on the beach all
So
day?
no, so that's the convenient part is you just have to bring your towel, but your towel would be for drying off. So tents and stuff, and they'll pitch out like tarps and chairs at the beach already, and you just rent out like however many area or however many chairs you need, and then you just pay a flat fee, and that's yours for a whole day or something like that.
Well, I mean, like Miami has that, but you
Yeah.
want to go to the place. I don't know, renting
was
a chair
no-
at the beach seems weird. I mean, it's nice you don't have to drag it with you, but
what the conveniency of it was that you would be relatively close to a kitchen on the beach that you could order from those people for food and drink as well.
so it
that's
sounds
what
like you were on a resort.
No, it wasn't. That's the thing. Vietnam was weird. Vietnam was, think of like Coco Beach, but if I was able to just go out there, set up like 10 different lawn chair, and then like put up some, pitch like a little tent or whatever, and then I would have like a little grill in the back, and I could charge you to rent my chairs, and then I could cook for you for extra. Like that's how it would be. But it's not a
Yeah,
resort.
that sounds cool.
Yeah. So it was just very Vietnamese people
See?
are all very entrepreneurial.
Butlers, Tony. Butlers.
Yeah.
I-
Everywhere.
Um,
Got them at home, got them on the beach.
I think what it was nobody owned a beach in Vietnam like that. So it was just like there was no like property. This kind of just
Yeah, I mean, they're
belongs to
like,
everyone.
this is their version of a boardwalk, basically.
Yeah, basically.
You know,
So I don't know. I thought it was cool. I told you guys the story of when I got lost at the beach. Huh.
Were you a kid?
this
Yeah, I was a
sounds
kid.
familiar.
I was a child, so I was
73 episodes. You don't
Yeah.
know. And
Tell
was in-
us again, and then I have a game.
Okay. So
Oh.
when I was in first grade, I was at the beach with my family. And then while we were swimming, everyone kind of came ashore already. But then I see a helicopter for the first time in my life. And I decided to follow it. So as a child, I would just kept walking towards wherever the helicopter
sure
was
wasn't like a
flying.
kite. I mean, that seems
No,
crazy.
it
Like
was-
I'm gonna follow the
It was a
helicopter.
helicopter. It was a helicopter. It was relatively high up, but I was like, I can keep walking to see where it goes. And I was mesmerized. I've never seen a helicopter.
This
So
is the pure innocence of this story is
Yeah.
awesome. It sounds like a
And-
children's book.
Yeah, and I kept
Until he ended
following
up in
it.
Korea. That's
Yeah, basically. I kept following it, and then all of a sudden I stopped, and I looked around and was like, holy shit, where am I? I don't know how to get back. I don't know where my family is.
But you
So-
weren't following the shore. You were.
I was on the shore. I was falling on the
Okay.
shore, but I just didn't know where. Like I kept walking back and forth. I thought that I know where my family was. I didn't, right? Because I walked around a long distance.
And I'm 6. Or how old were you?
I was 6. I was 6 years
Okay,
old.
yeah.
And there was in Vietnam at the time, beaches has photographer. There was a photographer everywhere, right? You can pay them and you can get their photo taken and you can get it same day, like same hour type thing. So I came up to this one photographer that was standing around, and I was like, "Hey, excuse me, can I borrow your phone?" And he was like, "The fuck? Like, why are you borrowing phone?" He's worried I was gonna steal his phone and run away. I was like, "No, I'm lost. I need to call my dad." And he was like, "Okay, well, what's your dad's number? Do you know it?" I was like, "Yeah." And I read it to him, and he calls my dad. And my dad picked up, and he was like, "Hello?" And the guy was like, "Hey, yeah, your son is lost, so he wanted me to call you to come grab them." And so then they exchanged wherever he was standing, and
Oh,
then
man.
my uncle came and grabbed me and brought me back, which was pretty funny.
Did you get yelled at for that?
No, my family was amazed that a 6-year-old me knew phone number by memorizing
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Yeah,
There
so
you go. Praise your resourcefulness.
exactly. So they were like, "Good job, man." And I was like, "Thanks." I was like, "What the hell? Like, you should know your phone number."
You
But-
left me with a middle-aged man with a camera on the beach. That's
Yeah, it was very odd. No, well, I left myself with a middle-aged man, right?
That's
Anyway,
true. That's true.
But
He let me use his phone, but he took weird pictures of me first.
Speaking of, not to, I'll let you finish your story. Then speaking
no,
of
that
taking
was that
weird
was just
pictures
it.
of children,
Yeah. What?
did you guys hear about?
crazy like
Segue, yeah. Continue.
Did you hear about the flock camera situation in Dunwoody, Georgia? Dunwoody, Georgia is just like I don't want to say a suburb, but just a little town just north of Atlanta.
They're already causing problems.
Yeah, and the city just signed another contract with Flock. Flock are they're sold as license plate readers, but they're cameras that basically can track everything.
Oh,
It's
man.
surveillance.
It's
yeah.
Yeah.
it's absolutely surveillance. They just say it's license plate
It's like
readers,
Ring
but-
camera. Yeah.
but it's so much more. Yeah, exactly. So there was this guy. I don't know if he's in Dunwoody or Atlanta, but he's shown up at a couple of these town hall meetings, and he's like,
Yeah.
like they claim flock cameras, they've never been hacked, and he's got like a video of him literally with a laptop, like hacking into this camera, filming himself.
Oh my
And
god.
he's like,
that's
and they say
crazy.
their logs have never been breached, and he's like got all these logs. Anyway, he found that there's in Atlanta, there's the Marcus Jewish Community Center. It's like a school and summer camp and daycare and all stuff. They found that the gymnastics studio where kids are doing gymnastics had been accessed. Yeah, several times by who is it? Was it a Flock employee or a cop? But anyway, so all of these cameras are being accessed by people that should not be accessing them. This guy's showing that like any hacker with a little bit of know-how can kind of probably get in here and hack these cameras. Yeah, and yeah, exactly. And so that went like that hit the news, and they're like, that was Flock was like, oh no, we were just doing a demo testing, showing the capabilities. We're like, okay,
What
and
a
like.
spin.
Yeah, and then like, why are you accessing inside of this, community center where kids are being taught? That's creepy for a demo, right? Like, and the people there didn't know about it. So, yeah, I've watched a few like.
No, that you know what that reminds me of? That reminds me of like you remember that Ring camera like Super
It's
Bowl
the same.
ad?
It's
fucking weird,
absolutely
man.
that. It is absolutely that, and it's not. Yeah, but the thing with Flock is they're getting contracts with cities and putting him in his license plate readers. So
And there's no like with the Ring camera, you can look at your Ring camera. And it's like
Yeah.
if there's a camera, someone's looking at it because that's what the point of it is. But these Flock ones, that's
Yeah.
not what the point is.
Why the hell is there a licensed reader inside a gymnasium?
Yeah, exactly. So I
weird as hell.
lingered on and actually read some of that content and liked it and now I get like now it's just like rabbit hole of all these
Oh,
towns
man. Yeah.
across America where these camera systems are going in, which is totally mass surveillance and also very not secure mass surveillance. And
Right.
there's already been like there was like a police chief who used it to stalk his ex-girlfriend.
Oh,
And so you have stories of people having, you have mass surveillance. There's going to be people that behave badly, and this company seems to be like, oh yeah, it's we're secure, it's fine.
Yeah.
Sorry, Tony, you wanted to play a game, and I had to go into my paranoid old man dystopian future segment.
I have a little game. I mentioned it to Winston before we had started. So I'm going to jump on this trend. Been seeing a lot of people online on other podcasts play kind of a like heads up 20 questions type deal where it's either somebody has a picture or a word on their head that everybody else can see and they can't, or it's digitally imposed on screen. We're a lot more low tech than that. So what I want to try is we'll have somebody take a turn and just have them take their headphones off. That way me and the other person and the audience will know what the thing they're trying to guess is, and then it's kind of a 20 questions, ask interesting questions to try and guess.
So think of heads up.
I've got a couple people that we have talked about at some point in time on the podcast.
The category is people.
Category is people.
Okay.
Do you want to volunteer to go first?
I'll go first. Yeah. I feel like I'm walking down that path. So sure.
Okay. So I'm going to have you take your headphones off. And whenever I do this, that means go ahead and put them back on.
Okay. What if
Go
I'm
ahead
a
and
good
take them off.
What if I'm a good lip reader?
Close your eyes too.
Okay. Here we go.
All right. So
You start mewing.
he's going to be guessing Helen Keller.
I can tell by Winston's reaction that you had mentioned what it is. So I did glance over, but I saw nothing.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Start asking your questions.
Okay. It's 20 questions, or I just keep asking?
Just ask questions.
Okay.
Yeah.
The audience knows who this is.
The audience
told
has
them.
heard and Winston has heard.
Okay.
Yep.
Is it a celebrity?
Technically.
I don't know that I'd call them a celebrity. No.
Yeah, technically. They were.
Is it clavicular?
And no.
No. No.
No, I would start broad and try to work your way in. I wouldn't just start guessing
no.
people.
Yeah.
And again, I wouldn't have known what that was had my daughter not showed me, and then you reinforced it. Now I see it everywhere. Apparently his latest saga is that dumbass got his YouTube channels taken away and can't earn any money.
We mentioned him and he has gone downhill.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Love it. Love
that.
Nothing against him, but yeah. Okay. It is kind of a celebrity, you say. Okay. Is it a man?
It is
No.
not a man.
Okay. Is it a locally famous person?
No.
No, I would say nationally, maybe internationally.
Okay.
Yeah.
You said not really a celebrity. Okay, not a celebrity? Are they an artist? Are they a musician?
I think they
No.
are a celebrity, but totally disagree on that. But I would say they are a celebrity.
I would say they are. I don't want to say that because it might just
Okay.
give it away.
Give it away. Okay. I'll keep playing. So they're not a musician. Are they an actor?
No.
They are not an actor.
They're not an actor. Okay. Are they an internet celebrity?
No.
They are not an
No.
internet. Well,
No.
no.
We're talking as the person. They are not
Are-
an
Okay.
internet
Are
celebrity.
they
Okay, no.
are they a mascot or a spokesperson for a famous brand?
They are
No.
not.
Jeez. All right, I'm gonna need a hint here because I like am I
Not
So, okay,
recent. Not recent.
non-recent, and a woman.
not recently in the
Well,
spotlight?
we didn't tell him it was a woman.
Not-
He asked if it was a man. We said
Well,
no. It could.
oh,
There's
okay.
It could be a they.
there, but there's your hint.
Okay, there's your hint.
Okay.
Non-recent and a woman.
Is it RuPaul?
No.
No.
Great guess. No.
Still a little too recent.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. And we've talked about them on the podcast.
Oh,
Her?
yeah.
More than once.
She?
More.
They?
Yeah. Yes.
Is it Cher?
It is
It's
not,
not
Cher.
Cher.
Is it Betty White?
It is
It's
not Betty White.
Betty White.
Oh my gosh. I thought for sure it was Cher. We've talked about Cher a lot on this podcast since we
But
have
Cher was a music artist, and we said no. It wasn't.
Oh,
a
that's right.
musical
That's right.
artist.
That's
Yeah.
right. And it's not Betty White and not an actor.
Not
but
an
somebody we've
actor.
talked about, but
Mhm.
they're famous.
Yes.
If they're not a musician or an actor, what the hell are they?
Exactly.
Let's call them an historical figure.
A historical
Yeah,
figure. Are they a politician?
they are not.
No.
Are they a comedian?
They are not.
But we think they're funny, but
Unintentionally.
Yeah, unintentionally.
I guess start giving more interesting answers too. Yeah,
Yeah.
we think they're amusing, but
Okay.
for all the wrong reasons.
Clearly, that is not their trade. Okay,
Right.
um,
Exactly.
and it's somebody of the stature that like my parents would know, right?
1,000%.
Text. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna need another hint. I'm
Okay.
coming.
So
Actors have portrayed this person on stage
and screen
and screen. Okay,
and screen. Mhm.
I think of it more of a as
Okay. So
on
so
stage
think of it.
than, but that's just me maybe.
Not recently public figure, a woman, because this is a freebie, right? And they had made movies about her or movie about her.
Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
No,
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 not Ruth
no,
Bader
no,
Ginsburg.
no,
Not
not a
RB.
I don't even think
politician.
we even talk
Oh.
about
She's
her.
a
on
judge. RBG. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, that's right.
still.
We've sorry. I thought. Okay. I don't know if there's a Broadway show about her life.
here.
If there was, this person would not have seen it.
Yeah, they would have not seen it. They would have not seen it if there was a play or a movie.
What? That just made
That's the
what
best
this
clue
whole-
that we can give
Yeah,
you.
that's the greatest clue anyone can give you. Well, hold on, Tony.
Okay, go ahead.
If there was a
They
play
could
about their
have
life,
seen
they
it.
would have.
They could have.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
I've got
Yeah.
it. I've got it.
Okay,
I've
Okay,
got
who
it.
is it? Who
It's
is it?
Helen.
It's
Keller.
Helen Keller.
Oh, that's so funny.
Do our
Took you a
clues
while
make
to
sense
get
now?
there, but it was very
Okay.
funny.
Yes,
Oh,
I
yeah.
would say not a celebrity.
Not a
Okay.
celebrity. Yeah.
I mean,
Um,
in her day,
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. But all right. I guess
Winston,
it's
would
my
you like
turn?
to take a turn?
those,
I would
those
love to
were
take a
those
turn.
were all very good clues.
All right, so go ahead.
Okay.
And I'll do the same thing. I'll do this when it's time to put them back on. Winston is going to try to
I'll
guess
look away too.
Grimace.
Ah, good one.
So same
was good.
category. We're in people.
People.
Doo-doo-doo.
All right.
I need some Jeopardy sound
Is it a man?
effects. Sort
I
of.
suppose.
If we had
Spud
to,
McKenzie.
if we
No.
okay.
Didn't we? Well,
Spuds
Spuds-
McKenzie was a girl.
I was gonna say
Oh,
hung out with
really?
a bunch of bikini clad women, but I think Spuds was a girl. So
The dog was female, but Spuds
Oh,
McKenzie, I
okay.
believe, he was portrayed as a male. But no,
Okay.
good guess though.
Okay. So is it a
I
man?
would say for all intents and purposes, yes.
Denoid.
No, but I like where
Okay.
your head's at.
Okay. Is it a mascot of some type?
Yes.
Yes, he's got it.
Is it a mascot of a beer?
No,
No.
that
Is
would've
it a
been Spuds
mascot?
McKenzie.
Yeah. Okay. Is it a mascot of a food brand?
Yes.
Yes.
Is it a mascot of a fast food brand?
Yes.
Yes.
Is it someone that had a recent McDonald collab?
Yes.
Does it? I would
Well-
say maybe a long time McDonald collab.
Well, you just gave it away right there. You let it slip there.
Yeah. Is it not Grimace?
It is Grimace.
Yeah, I'm too good at this.
Which means Winston, you have to take another turn because that was too quick,
All right,
and I've
that's
got
fair.
a much harder one for you.
Okay, let's do it. All right.
Winston is going to be guessing our good friend Exhibit.
Ooh. Okay. Excellent.
Okay. All right.
Same category, people that have been mentioned on the podcast.
Okay.
Yes.
Is it a woman?
No.
Okay. Is it a human figure?
Yes, it is human this time.
Okay.
Tila Tequila is out.
It's a human man. Damn it, not Tila Tequila.
A human.
Yeah. So it's a human man. Is it a man?
Yes. Good question. Yes.
Is it a character?
What do you mean by that?
Is he a character?
Kind of. Yes.
Okay. Is he on a TV show?
Is he
currently
on a TV? Not
Was
now.
he on a TV show?
Yes.
Was he on a sitcom TV show?
No. Could have made a cameo, but I'm not sure of that.
I don't think he was ever on a sitcom.
Was he an actor?
Not by trade. That was not
Okay.
his main job.
Was he a musician?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Was he on a radio show? Was he a host of a radio show?
No.
Okay.
Good question.
Ludacris
but
is
no.
out.
Okay. So he was a musician by trade, correct?
He was an artist.
He was an artist.
Listen, he was a musician. He was
Is
not just a musician, but he was a musician.
Is he alive?
Yes.
As far as I know.
Okay.
Not past yet.
Is he part of a band?
No.
I don't think so, no.
So he's a solo act that was also a musician, but more than that.
He didn't play an instrument.
He did not play an instrument. Okay. Is it did he have a Vegas residency? No.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think so. He'd
It'd be
probably
pretty
love
great
one,
if he
though.
did.
He'd
Get
love
him
one,
at
yeah.
Sphere.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Is he someone that you guys would know more than I would?
I'm going to tell you, I would not. Based on the past of this show,
You would
I
know
don't
him
know
more
more
than
about him.
you would know more than either of us. Yes, we
I
know
would
who
know
he is,
him.
but you would know.
I
more.
would know him more.
I think so.
I think so.
Was he famous within the last 5 years?
No.
Not really. No.
Okay.
No.
Was he famous within the last 10 years?
No.
So he was famous before the 2000s?
Maybe did that roll into the 2000s?
I mean, 10 years ago was 2016,
2016.
and I would
Gosh,
say
yeah, that's
not
right. Oh,
really.
geez. Yeah,
So was he famous during the early 2000s?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that was his
Okay.
heyday.
Oof. Okay. Is it Michael Jackson?
No.
No.
Is it Mr. Rogers?
No.
Damn. Mr. Rogers sing technically, but not by
He does.
trade.
Yeah.
It's
Right?
true. He played piano, though. He did play an instrument.
So this guy doesn't play an instrument, but is a musical artist.
He doesn't play an instrument as far as I'm aware.
He spit mad rhymes.
Oh, he's a rapper.
Yeah, Mr. Rogers.
No. Is he a rapper?
Yes.
Okay. Is it Kanye West?
It's
No.
not Kanye
No.
West.
Okay. He's a rapper that doesn't play an instrument. And is
Most of them
famous.
don't.
Yeah.
Most of them? It's a group?
I would say
no,
maybe
we're saying-
more people recognize this person not for being
Not
a
from the
rapper.
rap career. Yeah.
Not from a rap career.
I don't know how he's not getting this as
Is he?
quickly.
Wait, hold on. Is he? People recognize him from movies more than music.
No, not
Not
movies.
movies.
TVs?
Yes.
Yes, from their TVs.
Huh.
It's,
And
it's
it was
when you hear
popular
this,
in
you're
the
gonna be like,
2000.
yeah.
Early 2000s, of course.
Yep.
Oh my God! Hold on. I'm on the cusp of it. I feel.
Yeah. Ask some more questions.
You're on the cusp of unlocking him. Maybe.
Unlocking him.
Yeah. Maybe in a game.
Oh, it's Exhibit.
It's Exhibit.
That's amazing. I love that. That was great.
Rapper, TV host, and
Yeah.
video game recurring character.
That's right. Exhibit. That was good. Took me a while to get there, but that was good.
I
know.
have one more if we want to play one more round, or
Should we do one for you, Tony?
if one of you has one off the top of your head, I'm more than willing to play.
Yeah,
I
how
like
about
games.
you take your headphones off so that
Okay.
me and Brian can brainstorm first?
Okay, I got one, Winston. Okay.
Oh,
take
you
it off,
got
Tony.
one
Oh,
for
you got
him?
one? Okay.
Okay,
No,
okay.
I got to tell Winston. All right.
Okay.
Orange Bird from Disney.
No, that's too easy.
I
That's
don't
too.
think he'll get it.
Okay, all right, let's do it. Yeah.
I mean, we'll see. We'll see.
All right, let's try it.
You know, that reminds me of
What?
what was that movie? Earmuffs. Like we,
Oh,
we
yeah.
would swear and then they have to
yeah.
put on earmuffs. I don't
Yeah.
remember what movie that was, but okay, go Tony. Same category.
Yeah, we've talked about them
So
on this
well,
podcast. Yes, we've talked about them on this podcast.
yeah, no,
multiple times.
same category.
Yeah,
I'm assuming famous if we've talked about them.
very famous.
It is very famous. Don't know that everybody knows
Famous
it.
in this country or
Where I mean,
locally famous?
worldwide, probably.
Worldwide.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
worldwide famous.
Famous in the past 20 years.
No.
That would have been what, 2006? No.
Yeah, no.
No.
It's
we
original.
talking-
It's original pop. Their original popularity was earlier.
We
than
talking
that.
like
Or-
80s?
Yes,
No.
earlier than that.
Well,
you think?
well, are we talking about popularity, like when they were popular, or
I'm
when
talking about debut.
they? No, before that. And I
Before
know
the
that because I
80s?
just looked it up. Yeah,
Okay. No,
yeah.
earlier.
This is like your wheelhouse, Tony.
Single
Yeah.
person,
Single person. Yes.
not a group.
Not a group.
Correct.
Before the 80s.
Real or fictional?
Fictional.
Fictional.
Good question.
Yeah.
Are we talking California raisins?
No, but that's an
no.
excellent guess.
I get a great guess, but no. not-
Real or animated?
Animated. Yeah,
Animated.
animated. Hmm.
All right.
Yeah.
We've talked about them on here.
I think we've mentioned them more than we've talked about them. More of a mention.
Well, I don't want to say anything, but it's we
I'm probably unintentionally.
we
So, like,
mentioned it.
70s Saturday morning cartoon character?
No.
No. 70s, yes, but not morning cartoon characters. That's a free hint.
70s mascot.
Yes.
Yes.
Animated
But a mascot, but also a character in its own right.
Yes.
mascot first or character first?
That's a good question.
That's a tough one.
I don't even
Okay.
know. Yeah, I can't even tell you.
Mascot for food?
Sort of.
Sort of, yeah. Sort of.
The product's only sort of food?
Uh,
Or
it's-
does the brand sell things besides food?
No. It's more of a.
So then it's a food product.
It's a
no, the brands. Yes, the brands sell more things than foods. Yes, no, yeah.
This is more
The
of a
brands sell more things than
representative.
food.
Right? Yeah.
Mhm. The brand sells food, but they're not known for selling food.
What?
Yeah, that's right. The brand sells. They do sell food. You know.
They do, but yeah. This
Yeah.
is.
Oh,
I
that's
guess
just
this.
throwing me off then.
Yeah, that was
Debuted in the
this-
70s, but height of popularity is the 80s, is what I'm getting.
Nah, late 70s.
Late
Yeah,
70s.
late
It's been,
70s.
it's been revitalized and in a
Mm-hmm.
retro throwback type thing.
Yeah. I will say there is a community of people who are really into it.
Are we talking about My Little Pony?
No.
Oh, uh-oh.
No, that's too
I
recent. That's too
was getting
recent.
weird
That's too
vibes
recent.
for a second. I was like, what kind of food? Oh, I don't like this. I don't like where this is going at all.
That's too recent. That's too recent.
No, when you find out, you're
You're gonna kick yourself. Yeah, you're gonna kick yourself if
I
we tell you.
already feel that
But
way.
no, you shouldn't because Winston's clues are very confusing.
No.
So I
not
feel like I
untrue,
should be
but very
listening to him. Brian
Yeah.
said he's the one that had the idea, and I'm listening to Winston's.
Yeah, okay. Listen to
Answers.
Brian. Listen to Brian.
Winston's clues are not wrong. They're just
Yeah,
confusing.
they're not right either. No, I'm kidding.
You are supposed to help guide me to
Yes,
it, not
that's
stray
true.
No,
from
no.
the path.
Okay.
Okay. So
Like is this character mostly a single primary color, or are they pretty
yes,
multicolored?
Technically, mostly single.
Mostly single
Color.
color. Yeah.
Mm.
70s colors.
Red.
70s. Yeah. No.
70s colors.
Orange,
Yeah.
Yes.
Mostly. Yeah.
mostly orange.
Yeah.
Yes.
Are we talking Tony the Tiger?
No.
No.
No. It's
Come on,
it's literally
no.
on the tip of your tongue.
No, literally.
Orange bird.
There you go.
Okay.
Orange
Yeah, I
Is that
feel
bird.
not
like
a
kicking
good
myself
one?
now. Yeah.
No,
You're
his-
right. Yeah, it does
Yeah.
sell food, but mostly not food.
Exactly.
really.
See, that's what I'm
Okay.
telling you.
All right.
So
Oh,
again,
there.
I'm walking into this one, but Orange Bird was a character debuted in the parks in the 1970s, right?
In 71,
Yes,
I looked it up.
1971.
Mhm.
Mhm.
As a mascot for orange juice.
For the Florida Citrus Commission.
Citrus.
That's
Yeah.
okay. There you
Who
go.
sponsored the Sunshine Tree Terrace? That was a quick service location that I think originally was the one that sold Dole Whips and things.
That's right.
They also sell
Yes.
the plastic oranges that you would drink your orange juice out of.
Yes, I
Yeah.
have. I actually have a replica of one of those that they sold a few years ago.
Oh, that's funny because I remember like when I was a young kid, I do remember getting like that was a memory. A purchase of a product was a memory.
Yeah, I mean, those things stick around. I had fun. I'll think of other things maybe for another
That's
episode.
good.
We'll play
Yeah.
again.
We'll have to get
That
some
was really
listeners
good.
to weigh in to see if it's as if they're not playing if it's as fun because they
Right.
know the answer and then they just hear you.
Yeah.
Hearing
That's
us
the whole
flounder
point.
might
Is
be funny.
everybody knows except that one person, so
Yeah,
it should be
just-
amusing for everybody else.
Right.
Have you heard? Thinking of beverages in round cups, I heard that what was it, Winston? You told me about buzz balls.
Yeah, bus ball. Mm-hmm.
Apparently, they're under some fire due to the kid sort of aimed advertising because they're like fruity
What?
colors and they're fun and they're
Oh,
like a
boy.
ball. Yeah, I haven't independently researched that. I'm not sure if that's true, but yeah, it's funny. Like somebody was saying that those things because they're round and that's what I got the orange juice in at Disney. They would give you a round replica orange and you'd punch a straw into it and then you'd drink your orange
Oh
juice.
man, that's terrible. Yeah.
So buzz balls being round and
Yeah.
I don't know that though. You'll have to those who care tremendously. will have to
Bus ball will get you like really, really shit faced really
It's
fast.
gross malt liquor.
Yeah.
Yes, I have.
Yeah.
I have enough money now that I can purchase things that I like.
Right.
That was my intro to drinking in college. Is Busch Light beer, which is the grossest
Right.
beer. And I remember getting shit from people because I would like drink it and like make the face and like chug it down because I'm in college and we're drinking, but also this is
Yeah.
disgusting. And then years later, when I like really started enjoying beer, I'm like, I'm vindicated. That is absolutely disgusting beer. I was not wrong.
That natty ice,
Yeah.
Natty ice
Yeah.
is disgusting. Yeah.
But let me
you-
wrap this up. Thanks for listening. Tell a friend. We're appreciating the listenership around the globe. Rate and subscribe wherever you're listening so you don't miss out on new episodes. If you want us to talk about something, show up in chat whenever come subscribe to the Twitch channel so you get notifications whenever we go live. You can talk in chat here, or you can send us an email at podcastxyzxwhyz@gmail.com. You can visit us on Instagram. We post news and stuff on there. Visit our YouTube channel where you can find episodes, other things like our post show, which is going to come up here soon. You can check us out on TikTok. Most importantly, you can check us out at our home on the web where we have all of our episodes, our link list, our merch store, and you can find that at podcastxyz.podbean.com.
Hang on. Continued special thanks to our buddy Dewan Boyd and Rams Productions for the music for the show.
Yeah, we haven't shouted out Dewan for a while, but absolutely should.
Shout out to Dewan.
Music is incredible. Thank you as always, Dewan. With that, we will see everybody next time.
See you later.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.